Hello and welcome to Trusty Hogs. Oh my
It's a
god!
hog noise.
No,
Okay,
no.
let's go then.
We have a sting. We don't
Okay.
need you to do a snore. That wasn't even a hog noise. It was a snore.
I've got two options for hog noises.
And please do neither.
So either
Helen.
or
No.
Well, the
They're both
That-
terrifying.
okay, yeah.
Andrew,
Sorry.
this isn't a survey. I'm trying to do the fucking intro.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them. Or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the Trusty Hogs. Trust the Trusty Hogs, or maybe not.
Hello and welcome to Trusty Hogs, the podcast where we chat about our week, invite you to trust us with your problems, and have a lovely friend in studio like today's legendary guest, Alison Spittle.
We want to know what your drama is. Whatever your problem is, you can send it over to us and we will fix it for you because we're like trusty hogs.
Yeah, are we going to fix it or are you going to just want them to like spill more drama?
Either way, just trust us.
We're going to try.
I love
Trust
your
us.
drama.
Yeah.
If you cry, I'm happy. I'm a bad person.
Yeah, but hey, we're all both here. If you like the podcast, please don't forget you can like and subscribe. And if you like the podcast, you can support us on Patreon and we won't even think it's weird.
Which you have to do because otherwise it upsets us.
Yeah, and also we can't afford to keep doing this if you don't. And also we need to eat. Helen needs chicken cottage. Fact. No.
But I still think we should do a sound effect.
I don't think you should. I think we have a sting for this very reason.
Let's just record some pig noises and then see if we want to use them.
Let's not. Because I just think we're not. None of these sound like pigs. None of them sound like
Tell
pigs.
you what, it's like part of me like wants to make pig noises and part of me is just trying to envelop this smell. Do you remember when you were younger and like the boys would play with like a sponge football
No.
on the playground?
No.
It was a whole thing. Maybe it was an English thing.
Yeah, we're allowed to use footballs because.
Okay, so then footballs break glass. So they would just give us, oh my God, did my school just not let us have real footballs?
It sounds like you were violent.
Okay, we had sponge balls and I just like, I didn't want it to hit me, but when it did, I'd love it because I loved that smell of sponge, like dirty wet sponge.
Really?
And I'd be like,
Oh God,
Like
that's the
breathing
most
it
piggy
in.
noise you've done by doing your own noise.
once Miss Sterling, my PE teacher, was like, oh Helen, can you get the hockey stuff out of like the PE store cupboard? And I was like, yeah, no worries. And I went in there and I saw the whole bag of like new sponge footballs. And it took me about 10 minutes to find the hockey stuff because I was in there just like
Snorting sponge.
like, soaking it in. She was like, where are you? And I was like, I'm getting it.
Why have I been buying you scented candles when I could just buy you wet sponges?
That and petrol. Like I am such
Petrol
a
I
thing
get.
for them.
Petrol I understand.
Like window open, like hanging out.
I still don't think we've explained the podcast though conceptually. I feel like
I'm a pig.
oh, that's what it is. It's that it's called Trusty Hogs because Helen's disgusting and I'm reliable.
Oh, that was really sweet.
Wasn't it nice? So
I'm
sweet.
so excited we're doing this together.
I wish you weren't touching my hand.
Okay.
All right.
No, it's basically a podcast where we're just going to chat and then we think we can fix your problems, even though both of us thrive on people being miserable and in pain.
Listen, I don't think I thrive on people being miserable.
Oh, no, me neither then.
No, at least what I was
Okay.
saying is, am I my best self solving a crisis that isn't mine? Yeah, I am. Do I want my friends to constantly be in crisis? No, but do I want to hang out with them when they're not? No.
And I think you genuinely are good in a crisis.
Thank
I've
you.
gone to with crisis before and you solve it with food more than anything.
Yes.
But I think that's kind of what people usually need.
Did you know that the plural of crisis is crises, not crises, though? Something to think about. Now, here's the thing. We are doing a podcast together.
Fun for all of us. Isn't it fun when she corrects?
We're doing a podcast together because nobody else wants to do a podcast with us. By which I mean I got dumped and you got let go.
I did not get let go. Daddy Look at Me is on a indefinite break.
Oh.
We're coming back.
Oh, okay, an indefinite. Is that what Rosie Jones said to you? That's so.
She's very successful.
Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't get let go. It's just the company got too successful for you to be part of it.
Oh my God, did I get let go?
But thank you so much for doing this podcast. Hey, listen, I hired you. I'm like taking on a tough case.
Oh my God,
You
I got
know?
fired.
Did you just find out? Text Rosie.
I literally am. That is mad.
Well, you can tell her that I just informed you that you'd been let go as if she didn't have a formal meeting with you to let you know that. That's crazy. By the way, have you had a
my God,
manicure?
Rosie, did I get dropped from the podcast? I'm just recording the new one that I'm doing with Catherine, and she was like, "You've been fired," and now it's just suddenly hit me. I think you might have fired me, and I didn't realise.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I'm looking forward to that reply. I'm sorry, have you had a manicure?
Yes.
They're lovely. Your hands look so clean. Did the lady wash them for you?
They cleaned them for me, and she cut my cuticles. And fuck, that hurts.
Yay. Well, only if you like never take care of your little hands.
I've only had one manicure before in my life. And one, yeah. So this is number 2, and it's gels.
Oh,
which
nice.
means that they don't smudge.
Yeah, or chip. But you
Or
mustn't pull them off or you'll damage your nails.
But how would I pull them off?
Oh, no, don't.
No, but
I
like,
just said
I won't,
don't
but
do
like,
it.
how
I just
would
said
I
don't
do
do
it?
it. Why? They peel off slowly. You gotta know, but I have the stuff to take them off.
I'm the
Listen.
nation's new beauty.
No, you've been the nation's beauty for some time.
You know what the problem is with getting a manicure instead of a pedicure? Is a manicure, sure, everyone can see it.
Yeah.
But a pedicure, they take dead skin off your feet, which is the most fun process.
It is
Watching someone hunched over shaving your foot. Have you ever had this, Andrew? It's so hot.
Oh, by the way,
not, no.
Andrew's here. Andrew's our hoglet. Andrew makes the podcast. Andrew does all the tech. You might know Andrew if you watched our online gig list because Andrew runs the gig. Andrew basically does all of the hard work, but we didn't want him to be on camera because we were like, it's our podcast.
You're on my
You know what I mean?
camera,
Like,
which is my eyes.
Yeah,
Oh,
for the
nice.
YouTube viewer, you can also tune in on YouTube if you're listening to this.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Oh,
thank
yeah, you can watch it
Andrew.
on YouTube. Okay, yeah, so he knows all the tech words like YouTube.
If you're watching and you keep seeing Helen like look into the distance for like reassurance, like isn't Catherine bullshit right now? She's looking me in the eyes every time she says that. Every time.
Rude.
Because what's annoying is she never picks up on those looks. Like during Gigless online,
I know you've done
I
it.
do it to Andrew and to audience members on camera.
To be clear, I know you do it. I just can't pick up on it every time because every time you're like, she's a stupid bitch. And I'm like, I'm the reason this is happening. And I need to know that in my heart and soul because otherwise you would undermine me and I won't have it.
I'm so beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Go
You have
onto
beautiful
YouTube
nails.
to see the color of my nails.
Oh my God, yeah, check it out. If you're missing a tangerine nail if you're not on YouTube, which I think is a crying shame. Shall we?
Oh my God, I'm practically Zoella.
Oh my God,
Who's had a
yes.
baby, by the way.
So like she's past it. Let's get you in as the new Zoella.
Well, I don't think she is because her baby is 100% going to be a star.
Oh,
you know, when you've just
fine.
got the vibe. Like I saw a picture
Okay.
that Alfie and her posted and I was like,
Who's Alfie?
cute. Pointless blog.
What's
I forget
Pointless
how
blog?
out of pop culture you have been for like years. I don't think you were ever in it.
What do you mean out of pop culture? I'm not out of pop culture because I don't know who Alfie is.
Alfie Days, Pointless blog,
Who's
long-time
Alfie Day?
boyfriend to Zoella, Zoe Sugg, father of Ottilie, Rue.
Are those dogs?
No, that is the name of her child.
Oh, okay, cool. That's all one person's name?
It's only because I got here before you when we were talking about Troy Sivan.
Oh, I know who Troy
There we go.
Sivan is.
Okay, fine.
Sorry, but like, okay, talk to me about gay pop culture. I'm there, but I'm not out of culture. You just know everything
Thank you.
because you don't retain useful information. Shall we talk about
true, actually.
how your week was? How was your week, please?
I've been the change I want to see.
Have you?
I feel like I've had a really good week. I went to the shops yesterday for a mooch, spent ages in Poundland. You know when you just go in because my housemate wanted a dish brush.
I don't like it in there. It makes me want to tidy.
Why?
It really makes me want to tidy. My local one is a mess. Also, why is it called Poundland if everything isn't a pound? Because everything's not a pound, Helen.
Well, they've got the £5 section.
It
but,
just
like,
feels like false advertising. It's confusing. And also, am I saying Poundland or am I saying Poundland?
It's also not a land.
Is it Poundland or Poundland?
Poundland. You're making this harder for yourself than it needs to be.
But like Iceland.
It's a land of ice.
No, but the shop though.
Yes.
I don't know. It's very confusing. But why isn't everything a
The
pound?
shop is based on the country.
Is it?
100%. That's why all staff members at Iceland have to be able to speak fluent Icelandic.
Oh.
On my life.
I've never tested that theory.
On my life. On my life.
It doesn't feel like they get paid
Do you
enough
think
for
it's a
that
coincidence
qualification.
that the front door of every Iceland in the UK faces Reykjavik? Do you think that's a coincidence? Because I don't think it is. That's mad, isn't it? But Poundland have got this sick thing on, and I know you're saying
But sorry, just to rewind, how do the moms play into the Reykjavik thing?
because Stacey Solomon loves an outside spa.
Oh, I thought it was Finnish.
Oh, sweet love. It's most of the Scandi countries.
Oh, okay, great.
I've travelled.
I to Iceland on
I actually
Kilburn
haven't.
High Road.
Oh, we should go.
Yeah, which one? Which one?
Why don't you want to travel with me?
You're very
Whenever
intense.
I say
You're very intense and you seem quite messy, and I don't want to go on any like rides. And I think that you only want to eat in restaurants with buffets, and you're quite loud, and I think on a plane I would find that stressful.
So I like options. I'm fun.
Yeah.
And carefree. That's
Whereas
what you don't like.
Yeah, I want a specific plan, no spontaneity, and I would like to read the menu before I get there and I already decided my.
But let's just say it's a round the world buffet. Doesn't matter.
That sounds terrible.
Because whatever you want, it will 100% be there.
No, it'll just be different deep fried meats. Can we circle back, please, to?
Could you imagine if a buffet was called different deep fried meats?
You would go.
I'd fucking lose a week in there. I'd walk in and you could just hear them screaming in the kitchen. It's like, I've got a 249 like people bailing out like the Titanic, water coming in, just screaming, panicking.
But you'd be so happy.
That's not enough.
But you'd be so happy.
You'd sit down just clapping on my chair.
Yay! Please tell me what you bought in Iceland.
Just bones everywhere.
Iceland.
Okay, Poundland.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Poundland.
I'm saying it wrong.
Poundland.
Poundland. Okay, you're going to die. So in Poundland, you can get 2 packs of stickers for £1. Famously, 18 months ago, I went in there to have a look at their sticker collection because I've got a box of stickers because I'm 30.
To whom is that famous?
And,
Who is that famous to?
Just...
Did you even tell
probably
me about
Emma
it?
Black, who
you're not
won't
even
let
like
people watch this.
So
my
there's
best
no
friend.
one who has a reference point for this. You can't just say things are famously something. You'd been there 18 months ago. You went on a what pre-Brexit splurge?
Yeah. And I bought
stickers.
And they had some Tracy Beaker stickers. So obviously I lost my mind.
How does that work? Is it just
So
like
there's
Tracy
stickers of
Beaker on one?
Tracy Beaker like cartwheeling or like Tracy just looking grumpy, and I was like, this is insane. Jacqueline Wilson has finally collaborated with the sticker world.
I don't
My
think
world
she
is
endorsed
complete.
that Poundland deal.
100% she endorsed it. So I went.
I don't think she did. That feels like a Primark Harry Potter
That thing
situation.
where you ruin everything that I enjoy.
Oh,
just to be a dick.
I'm sorry. I just think Jacqueline Wilson should be paid for her work, and that's an IP issue.
You don't think that when I bought those Tracy Beaker stickers 2 for £1, that Jacqueline didn't get a cut of that?
I don't think she did, and I think in many ways it's like you stealing from a queer woman. So think about that.
Oh my God, she probably didn't get a cut of it, did she?
No, I think that's crazy how you stole from Jacqueline Wilson, Queen of the Gays. Anyway, tell us about your sticker story.
I'll do a tweet about her.
I think you should. Yeah,
Yeah, my 4,000 followers will be like, finally, someone new we don't know about.
Can I just?
You know I respect Jacqueline Wilson. She's
I
the
know,
woman that
that's
made
why
us
it's
all want
crazy
a
that
bipolar
you're-
mum that self-harms.
Yeah, she started all of my eating issues. Like, she's got a lot to be thankful for and to be thanked for. Here's my question, please.
Do you remember when you read Dustbin Baby by Jacqueline Wilson when you were younger? And
No,
it's the
I
story
didn't read that
about
one.
a young girl who was just dropped off as a baby in a bin and just ditched there. I remember reading that and being like, Mum had me in hospital and kept me. Like,
Yeah,
Find me in a bin.
She did make like normal, like supportive parents seem like the fucking worst option ever. I had a very similar thing with Gilmore Girls where I was like, oh, great, my parents are together. Like, it was a nightmare.
But then you watched it a million times.
Yeah, of course.
And you realised that it's the best show of all time.
Oh, sorry. It's obviously the best show. Emily Gilmore is my, like, I guess, aspirational idol.
Emily Gilmore
Don't you
is
think she's
someone who
me?
I underappreciated when I first watched Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Because I was fully
She
Team
seems like the
Lorelai.
baddie. Yeah. She's actually just like,
The
how about
older
we just
you
give
get-
the kids some options?
This is blowing my mind right now that you agree with me on this because
Yeah.
we don't normally agree.
I know. And also the woman wears a pantsuit like nobody's business.
So freaking good.
Thank you. Also, when she hides all of the mother-in-law's gifts in the basement, I would do that. I do that with the stuff you give me. Like, I'll get them out when she's over, but I'm not going to have them out all the time.
Well, then you get them out a lot.
Yeah, because you come to my house too often.
Is that why they never had dust? You said it was your OCD thing that you clean them. Is that because they're just...
Oh,
fresh
no,
out?
adult dust.
Oh, my God.
But to go back, what are you doing with stickers?
I use it to decorate my to-do lists and my dream and vision board.
Do you put decorate to-do list on your to-do list?
Nope. But do you want to see?
No, thank you.
Look, here's my notepad at the moment. So there's stickies on the front.
Okay.
So you've got woodland
oh my
creatures
God,
and
you
Hello
stole from Hello
Kitty.
Kitty as well.
And I don't really want to show
Crazy.
all my to-do list
Not
because a lot
support.
of it is like,
Do you think the fact
figure
you-
out that ingrown hair by your cunt, you know? Like, stuff. Do you ever do that when you like have your to-do list? Like something like a
Do
fun
you put
task?
a Hello Kitty sticker beside the sort out the hair beside your cut?
Yeah. And then I'll put
Sad
like a little,
pussy.
like love.
Oh.
And like, hello, Helen. Look, here.
You write
Wait for
hello
this.
to yourself?
This appertains to you. That's a new word for me, by the way.
Right.
Catherine B-Day gift. Cross.
Oh, but you didn't get me one.
I got it. I forgot to bring it with me, though.
My birthday was over a month ago. I haven't seen the gift.
It's there now. Don't open it on
You're
screen.
not giving me a
You're
birthday
gonna
gift,
hate
right?
it.
It's in a Christmas bag.
That's all I had at home.
Do you?
Yeah.
I have to open it on the podcast now.
No, you don't.
I think we do. I don't think we can tee that up and then not do it. Okay, I want my birthday present. Come on, it's so late.
To be super technical,
Thank you,
I wouldn't
Andrew.
do it because it's fancy stuff from Liberty, and
Sorry,
then they
just
won't
to
want to
circle-
give us Patreon stuff.
Circle back. Sorry. Do you have a Barber bag, Christmas bag?
Emma left it around the flat.
Okay, I was like, what the hell do you own from Barber?
Emma left it.
Do they sell tweezers at Barber?
What happens if you don't like it?
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be super awkward on YouTube if I open it. I don't like it. So
It will make incredible podcasting, though.
right, we're basically doing an unboxing, which people love, a like friend judgment, which people love, a like a free stuff thing, which people love, and also like, okay, so by the way, for Helen's birthday, we ran a gig. We still run a gig, an online gig called Gigless Together, and I threw a evening themed for Helen, booked lineups that she requested. We had people sing songs. The entire night was about her. I had a birthday cake ordered for her. I had a message on the board. It was the one she specifically asked for from Lola's. I had a gift and a card because like I'm polite. And for my birthday, she shouted that it wasn't the actual date of my birthday
It wasn't.
and got me nothing. And there was no
I
cake.
forgot to bring it.
And then I did a work in progress. I forgot to tell you this. I did a work in progress the other day, and the people who watch Gigless sent me cake to the venue with a card that said, "Sorry, Helen's so shit at organizing birthdays."
Are you fucking kidding?
And it was like really lovely. So that was really heartwarming. But thank
What
you.
cake did they send?
Apple pie and chocolate brownie. So I actually covered all bases. Which
Who
was really
did
nice.
that?
Who do you think? Ruth, obviously. Was
Are
Ruth.
you fucking kidding?
Yeah, well, I think they felt bad for me because my birthday.
But it wasn't your birthday. Oh, I'm not doing this again.
No?
If it's not your birthday, you don't get. Fine.
Helen had something that wasn't on her birthday. That's interesting because you had another celebration that wasn't on your birthday
I had
in the
three.
park. In the
Three.
park.
Yeah.
And I went to that and acted like it was your birthday.
You went to that and you brought this pillow because God forbid you sit on the grass.
Oh yeah, I did do
So
that.
now you've brought this to this.
Well, I'm sorry.
Open
I want
your
you
gift.
I want
Open
you to
your
be
gift.
comfortable.
Open your
Also, I
gift.
brought sun cream and everyone slagged me off, and I was like, oh.
She
God.
brought bringing sunscreen is one thing. She brought 3 different sunscreens for different gradients of skin.
Helen.
See, I told you it was nice.
This is really nice.
You know what I did? I bought her things that she's bought me before, so I know she likes them.
I was like, is she re-gifting? But I checked the scent and it's a different one. You're so nice. You left the price on. I'm not worth this.
Where's the price?
It's there. I'm not worth it.
You're not worth it.
Fuck, that smells good.
Can you describe it to the
The
listeners?
good thing is I'd never ordered anything
can I
from there
describe
before,
it
so I
to
got
the-
a discount.
It's considerably nicer than a wet sponge.
No, I mean, but what is it? If they're not watching on YouTube.
Oh, they're not watching on YouTube. Oh, sorry. It's a Neom Organics London Real Luxury Scented Candle, Lavender, Jasmine and Brazilian Rosewood. Please sponsor our podcast. It smells fucking delicious and it's called De-Stress, but I'm opening it near Helen, so it's a real mixed bag.
That was
So
nasty.
nice of you. Thank you. Oh my God, there's another thing in here.
You're welcome.
Helen.
See? This is the
I'm
thing.
scared to get sincere because you're actually being quite
screamed out at
nice.
me,
You've actually.
and
oh
I've
my
done
God.
everything I could. I left the price on.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, what is wrong with me?
Thank you.
You think, well, look at it. That's
Thank you.
expensive. Look at it.
Yeah, you
That was, right? So add that up with the other one. Add that up with the
You've
other one.
spent too much
And don't think
money.
about the discount, and you got a card.
Oh my God.
So when you think about that, card was
Full
part of the
name,
bumper pack.
full name. Why have you spent all that money on me, Helen?
That's about 50 quid.
Is that?
That's about 50 quid
No,
altogether,
yeah,
I
it's
reckon.
actually. I think you've don't do
Yeah.
the math. You're not very good at math. It's £57 you spent there. I'm not worth that.
57. No, I got a discount.
Oh no,
for
it's
being a first-time
67.
customer.
67. Helen, I don't think I'm worth that. But then I did give you all that work during lockdown. Nobody else was hiring, and you got fired by Rosie Jones. So.
God. I
Bye.
just got a text from my mum.
By gum. What a year. Is that gum? By
gum.
By gum.
By gum, what are you?
Is that a Oh, Helen, this is actually nice. There's a weird moment of sincerity in here that I don't know how to deal
Don't
with.
you feel bad right now?
Yeah, it's kind of, that was a genuinely lovely gift. I actually really appreciate it. Thank you so
And the
much.
Gigless audience just got you a cake.
But equally, you got me gin that you always drink at my house, and you did get me a candle, and last time you were there, you did a giant poop. So I need it.
It was inside me for 2 days.
It was horrific. quick. She didn't light a candle, didn't spray any spray, didn't leave the lamp, the fan on.
I broke the bottom of the porcelain toilet with it.
You did it. She didn't.
No one can do that. Why did you believe that?
Andrew was like,
do you feel like my shit is that I can break a toilet?
You're the only person I would believe that with. I just
that's so much worse and more insulting. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, well, it was horrible. And then you went in and I made you say a prayer and light a candle.
Yeah, I did say a prayer actually. I said the Lord's Prayer and lit a candle because Catherine doesn't want poo in her house.
I don't mind a bit of poo, but I think like deal with it. Like show some. So thank you for the candle. Thank you for the candle.
You were in right. You know what?
Thank you for the candle. Thank
Invite
you so
me
much.
over to your house for a poo.
I will deal with it well.
No, just for the audience in general. Please invite me over to your house for a poo, and I will deal with it. And you will be like, "What a lovely guest."
The problem is that I don't think they should invite you to their home. And also, we did a gig, and Helen kept giving out her home address, and I want to discourage this level of familiarity from the outset of the podcast. I want to just like be like, that's not the vibe. Don't give Helen your address. Don't ask Helen for her home address.
If this podcast does work, I will be setting up a PO box for prezzies.
Oh, that would be nice, actually.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely. And it turns out I really like things from Liberty with the price on, so I can necessarily check how much you value my friendship.
£57.
Oh, thank you. That was actually really nice. Let's move on because we're being too nice because I actually feel warm and fuzzy towards you. How nice. But point is, you were saying a big week. You were going to be the change you wanted to see in the world. You bought some stickers. But then you closed your notebook and I don't know what we're talking about.
I got stickers.
Okay.
And that was really exciting, but I don't want to tell you anything else about them. And then I went to Tesco and I got some Pop-Tarts.
Are they still making Pop-Tarts?
They're still making Pop-Tarts.
What flavors do they come in? Are they like
there were
still
chocolate
like
and like a strawberry one. And I was like, why am I having fruit? So I had just the chocolate ones and I lost it. I had so much energy. I watched 4 episodes of Married at First Sight UK. And
only you were like, I have so much energy. So I sat on the sofa for 4
but like fizzing. I was on the sofa like marry him, and like shaking. So I was so excited.
I really want to be on Married at First Sight's that extra show where they slag them off. I feel like that would be our perfect, like we'd be great at that. Why aren't we on that? Just something to think about. I do think they should think about it. Yes, please. Also, I watch it when I haven't even had Pop-Tarts. I watch it voluntarily. Is there still a birthday cake flavor?
There is, not in the Tesco close to me. You have to go to one of those American World of Candy stores.
Do they cost a lot of money?
It was like £2 something. It was on sale.
How many did you get in a packet?
8.
8. Are they in those 2?
Yes.
The foil still?
Yes.
Okay, and how long did it take you to eat the rest of them?
They're gone.
Okay, and was it like, and I genuinely don't know how to make them any other way.
Toaster.
But was it like molten lava as soon as you bit into it? Too hot?
I didn't toast it for that long.
Oh, I can only make them so that they like destroy.
Woman, my toaster has to be on the lowest setting at all times because I can't wait for food.
Oh, I was like, do you melt?
So like you put it in and I'm like, I can't handle the stress of knowing there's a bagel coming my way. Because I'm like, I'll get so overexcited getting out different jars for toppings that I can't handle it.
Okay.
So it can only be in there for 2 minutes. And then I'm like, it's time.
Okay.
Like, I can't anticipate.
Would that not
stress.
Would that not mean it would need to be on the highest setting so that it would be cooked in the shorter time?
Doesn't work that way. I'm so sick of saying this. It's just length of time.
But you don't want it to be in there for a long time.
The heat's the same whatever you do. I just hit my chin on this, Andrew. Is that okay?
I don't think the heat is...
all good.
I don't think the heat... No, please stop that. It looks like you're trying to give it a blowjob.
Yeah, don't keep doing it.
No. How often am I going to spend this podcast being like, stop biting the mic? Those not our microphones. Stop smelling the mic. Oh, you're so weird. I hate it. Are you going to allow yourself to have any more Pop-Tarts or are you done with them now?
A weird orgasm. Pop-Tarts, I'm done with them now.
You're done with them now.
I feel like my housemate judges me sometimes.
Is this Sunil?
Yeah.
Okay, so for context, if you don't know Helen, then you won't know that Helen has a new housemate. The last one left because she was so tired.
No, she bought somewhere.
Yeah, she bought somewhere.
She misses me every day.
That's how much she needs to get out of there. She bought a house in London, which is like, you have to sell a kidney for that. And she moved out of London, didn't she? She moved like zone 9 just to be away from you.
But it's like quite far away.
Yeah, just to not be near you. Yeah. And now you have Sunil.
Yeah, I live with a boy.
You do live with a boy. How's that going?
It was going well because I feel like we did like the month of like showing off to each other. You know, when you get a new housemate, like getting up early, doing work, like being like, I just really crave like a sliced up apple for breakfast. So like that phase is over because I thought he was out gigging late a couple of nights in a row where I was coming back early enough from a gig. So I was like coming home, ordering my KFC delivery.
Sure.
And then he caught me one night. So I was like, oh my God, I accidentally pressed 2 burgers instead of 1. This is so embarrassing. And then like ate them quickly. And then the next night he caught me again with more. So it's just like, he knows now.
But Sunil wouldn't judge you.
He gets up in the morning, has a
By the
protein
way,
shake.
some people won't be able to see the stare that you just gave me, which is like, this bitch is a judgy little motherfucker. Okay.
The way he looks at me sometimes makes me feel unhuman.
Oh, so he really sees you, huh?
I know, but we're making compromises. Like, so I do cuddle club in the morning where he has to cuddle me, and he doesn't like that, but he does it. So it's all part of the journey.
And what's your compromise?
Not singing the same Disney song more than 3 times in a row on a volume 10 in the kitchen.
You have your own volume settings?
Alexa volume 10 is what I say.
Okay, cool. So it's you and Alexa singing at volume 10. Okay.
If anyone who wants to experience it at home who has an Alexa, just put the volume of the podcast up pretty loud. Alexa, play Colours of the Wind by Judy Kuhn, volume 10, and enjoy. But then I do, near the end of the song, I go, play again.
No.
And then I'm like running around the flat, like screaming.
Oh.
And then he called my old housemate and was like, oh, is this normal or is she just like acting up because I'm new and like coming off? And she was like, oh no, you're just catching the matinee.
Oh my God, amazing. Is that not exhausting?
Well then, yeah, but then I have like a Pop-Tart.
And you have more energy.
I get all my
energy
back up.
I see that.
So it comes and goes. And if not, you can just have a teaspoon of sugar, you know?
You should, Helen, you don't need to do that. You
Chanel just comes home, I've got my hand in like a sugar jar,
Helen,
like a bird.
Helen, no.
But then I have like loads of KFC or like a pizza just before I go to sleep. So I like carb myself out.
Okay, and then you can sleep.
And the next morning I wake up and have like a Pop-Tart or like chalky porridge.
Okay, and are you eating any fruit, vegetables, protein?
Because I love slicing up an apple.
No, genuinely, I worry about your like levels of hydration.
Breakfast. I drink. I have so much squash.
Okay, but did you ever drink any water?
I love water. I drink a lot, actually.
Okay, good.
I'm a big drinker.
Of water?
Yes.
Promise?
Yes.
Are you counting the water in your wine? Look at me, don't look at Andrew. How many glasses of water have you had today? Everyone at home asks themselves the same question. How many glasses of water have you had today?
So I had a leftover like Love Island drinky bottle of squash, which is in my bag.
Uh-huh.
And
leftover from what, Love Island?
From
when were you on?
From when Heidi Regan bought me and Nick Elleray, who's another comedian, matching personalised Love Island bottles because he came to stay with me for 3 nights when Sunil went away so I wouldn't be lonely.
Are you lovers?
No.
That's really weird to get platonic friends Love Island bottles.
We were in a friendship couple.
That's strange.
Okay. And then I had a bit of squash. And
sorry, is this from weeks ago?
Antihistamine. And I went to Holland and Barrett when I went to Poundland. And I got zinc tablets because they said they're good for you. And vitamin
D. Are you trying to increase your libido?
Is that what it's for?
It does help.
I want to decrease it. Oh shit. Andrew, get your fucking trousers off. Come on. Get on!
I was wondering why you were sat on the edge of that chair.
Me and Andrew aren't fucking, but if we were, 100% you would be on top of me like a baby back up.
Oh, that'd be so
just koalaing up to me.
That would be. He looks horrified.
Like if Catherine was fucking me, I'd be lying down and she'd be owning it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's knowing your position. It's like you two. I don't know though. It'd be awkward. That's 100%.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Because neither of you would be particularly into it.
No, but I think it's fair to say that I would probably be on top. But like maybe like reverse cowgirl, so neither of us has to look at each other.
You'd be gentle with him though. I think you'd be very violent with me, like a very like really like in for it, like sex, like safe word.
Yeah.
And with Andrew, I think it'd be more like quite tender.
I don't know how we got from Pop-Tarts to here, but yeah, I guess
like
that's
you'd
true.
play the soundtrack to Little Women in the background, and then when Andrew
What,
came,
the recent version? Absolutely not.
Winona Ryder.
Okay, thank
and then
God.
when Andrew came, played The Valley of the Shadow, where Beth dies.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, so like I guess Beth dies, his erection dies. It's sort of got a lovely symmetry there.
That's so beautiful.
Is that what you call spunking? A death or erection death?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. It's been a while since I've been with a man.
It all makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I do think you should drink more water.
I am. I
That's the message of that bit. I think you should drink some more.
Can I pop this
water.
balloon now?
No, please leave the balloon down. Nobody wants to hear that on a podcast.
Catherine, how was your week?
My week was great, thank you.
An expert transition, Helen.
I
Well
can
done.
just see Andrew looking at me being like, we've just talked about you. Okay, go on then.
I didn't know you were that perceptive that you could pick that up off Andrew's face. Well
No,
done,
but that
Helen.
was the 5th time he gave me that look.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Once we've got some Patreon people, we're going to get a better studio with more cameras and we will have a camera on Andrew.
I had a big breakthrough this week and I've been dying to tell you
Here
about
we
it.
go.
Okay, so as you know, during lockdown, I was quite sad, and a way of dealing with my sadness was to lift weights and put them back down again because I needed something achievable to do. So I did that. Oh my God, Andrew, I finally started talking about myself and you seriously make a noise on the mic. Are you fucking kidding me, Helen? No burping. Helen, no burping. That's a rule now in the you're not hotboxing me for this fucking thing. No, that's the first rule of the podcast. By the way, we'll be making up rules as we go along because apparently I have to. Rule number 1, no burping. Look at me, say it. Look at
No
my
burping.
Do you want me to
Okay.
censor that one? I can put like.
Yes, and also don't do it. I don't want to be hotboxed by your burps.
Oh, poor Helen.
No, not poor. You can't pour yourself.
Oh,
Poor me. No, rule number 1. Actually, Andrew, can we write these down? Because I think we're going to have an ongoing list of rules. Thank you. Rule number 1, no burping. Helen, can I tell you? I was going to tell you a vulnerable story, but now I don't feel safe.
No, literally. Okay, right. Look at me. Safe space. You're in.
What is
your
this?
safe space. War of the Worlds, Dakota Fanning, isn't it?
Okay, fine.
And she's like freaking out because like the world's ending, and her brother's like, "You're in your safe space."
Do you know?
Okay.
I don't think it's right that hanging out with you makes me feel like the world is apocalyptic, but okay.
You're okay.
I'm okay. So I joined a gym because the lockdown's over and I thought it would be good for me to have reasons to go outside, and I've been kind of scared to go outside since lockdown
No, but
ended.
good for you.
Thank you. Are you feeling agoraphobic? I'm feeling very agoraphobic. Like I'm finding it very scary. And I know it's my OCD and a lot of things, but I'm
Yeah.
finding it really stressful. And so I wanted like a reason to go out that didn't have pressure, that wasn't like work or to meet people. It was just like practice to go somewhere nice. So I joined this gym. Anyway, this gym has like a Turkish baths attached. So it's like
A hammam. What are they called?
yeah, I guess we shouldn't probably use that. I don't know. If we don't know it, we should. Andrew's like, that's not right. Andrew's going to fact check it. We'll fact check
I
it.
feel like that was correct.
Okay, probably. Anyway, so it's attached to this gym, which makes it sound fancier. It's like a community gym.
Yeah.
But there's 3 days a week are for women, 3 days for men, and
Right.
3 days or 1 day mix. There's not 9 days of the week. You know how the week works. But on the women only days, I assume women and non-binary people.
Yeah.
Although I should check that. I didn't ask, and that was my privilege. Anywho, I'll check. But the point is, everyone goes nude.
Yes.
Now, that is, I'd say, anti everything I stand for. So it's like butts on seats.
Yes.
It's vagin water.
Yes.
It's boobs are swinging where I don't want them to
Yes.
be. It's like I don't want. And so several things there. One, I'm thinking immediately dirt, germs. Right? I'm like, that's not right.
No, there's nothing more cleanly than a woman's naked body.
Second thing I'm thinking is, I don't want to see bodies that I don't want to see. But also, I like, what do I do if I see a body I do like to see? It's all very awkward.
And you come.
It's all very tricky, right? And then mainly I was thinking, I don't want anybody to see my body, so I'll wear a swimsuit. But I get in and it's this, okay, this sounds really earnest, but like I just had a reaction to it that I wasn't expecting to have, which is like, everyone just had a body and they just were, and they were neutral.
Yes.
And they weren't sexualized or
Yes.
objectified. And it was just, and there were so many different types that I was like, fuck it. And I took off my swimsuit, and I guess in my head, what would happen in that scenario is everyone would turn, gasp, and be like, you're fucking disgusting, which is a really sad reflection on my body and my self-worth, whatever. Then I just cracked on, and nobody gave a shit because everyone was just having a nice time.
No one's looking.
No one gave a shit.
Yeah.
If anything, at some points I was like, I mean, you could look somewhat. Like maybe not the front side, but like I got a cute butt. But maybe I just couldn't see them looking from behind. Actually, yeah, it's probably what was happening. And they're probably like, what? But yeah, and then you can put down your towel, as everyone does. So actually not as unhygienic as I first thought. And I think it's the longest I've ever. I was only there for 30 minutes, but I think that is the longest period I was ever kind to my body.
It's a long time to be naked in public and like yourself. That's good.
Or just neutral. Just like,
Yeah.
it just was a body for, and And honestly, I feel more uncomfortable like in the world in my clothes than I did in that moment. And I don't know why I'm bringing it up except to say that like it felt significant, and that's what I did this week. And
that is significant.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird because I also just didn't. I don't anyway, but like I know that that's the thing is I know I don't judge other women's bodies, but I am so hard on my like the first thought I have is good morning, you're disgusting. And that's like every meal is like, oh, and you're disgusting. And punishment deprivation, whatever it is. And then I was just there and it was and it's made me feel
good,
better about my body. And also I was like, not just that other women's bodies were neutral, but they were that. But I was also like, but also they're all fucking gorgeous.
Oh, I know.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Like it's just everyone's got something that's like, you're like, that's gorgeous.
We're going on a naked holiday together.
That's not what I said. And also this got really earnest really fast, and I feel like I thought you were going to make a joke by now or like but you're actually.
No, I'm with you. I think it's a fucking beautiful thing. I understand it. I think the assumption that everyone is judging your body at all times, they're not. Like we judge our own because society has taught us to, but hopefully we're lucky enough to be able to grow out of that at some point. It's never permanent. You're never fully confident for like a year. It comes and goes.
Yeah.
But like, I'm with you. I fucking love that. Like I used to live in Germany and like you'd like shower like naked there and like the changing rooms aren't like they are here. But also like me and my friend Sophia went to one of those like naked like spa day things in Morocco once. And it's just like, this is so great. But then again, at the same time, I'm also incredibly comfortable naked. I love it. If anything, it's a home away from home. My mum once walked me home from school naked because I refused to get dressed.
I'm sorry, I'm going to need some more context because that's not at all like what I was saying.
4.
Okay, good. That's good.
We had to like walk down a main road in Fleet, where I'm from, to get home.
What?
And
how did you get naked? When did you get naked?
So school ended. But we had to wait an extra 10 minutes for my brother, who was in like a year above.
Sure.
Then they came out. So I was on the playground playing with my friends and I convinced her to get naked and me to be naked too.
This sounds coercive.
We ditched our clothes and like ran around together, and then we went back to our mums, and then her mum was like, put your clothes back on, and she did immediately like a loser. And I was like, absolutely fuck, there is no way a piece of cloth has touched my body. So my mum was just like, okay, fine, fuck it, you'll walk home naked. And I was like, absolutely fine. This is a main road.
What about shoes?
Through the town.
Any shoes?
And I just like paraded like a fully naked 4-year-old like
you were not catwalking like that.
100%.
You were not catwalking.
20-minute walk back to my house.
No. At any point did you get chilly? Did you get like nervous,
Just
shy?
living my best life.
You didn't get shy at any point?
How did your brother feel about this? I assume you're walking home with him as well.
I don't have a memory of this. This is all telling.
I genuinely thought you were going to be like, I mean, I don't have a brother. He was just a device in this story. But the thing is, you're right. Like every photo of me as a kid is naked. Like I was obviously cool with it at some point, and then I just became horrified.
But it's so special when you see little kids and they're just sort of like their body is so much fun. Like, you know, like when they discover that their tummy's a drum and they're like, oh
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, because it's so much fun.
Their body's fun, or their body is just functional. It's just like, it just is. It's just like,
I wish I had a sticker to give you as a well done.
I would not want that.
For doing it. You gonna go back?
Yeah. Yeah, I am, and I'm gonna try my best to keep the level of comfort somewhat in my life.
It comes and goes, but when you feel uncomfortable, know that that's an uncomfortable moment. It's not because you're uncomfortable and don't like your body.
Yeah.
Like I'm very comfortable in my body, but every now and again I'm uncomfortable because I feel like I'm too tight or I'm taking up too much space. But it doesn't mean that I'm not happy with how I look.
Yeah.
It's just that at that moment I'm not into it.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. I think maybe I need to be okay with slightly more transition. Like today I can feel good and tomorrow I can feel bad, instead of it being like not only am I disgusting, but I'm also a bad feminist for not loving my body enough today.
You are a bad feminist, but not.
But that's not why, right? Exactly. It's like, hello, it's because I objectify women all the fucking time, and I pay you less than I pay myself. Shall we move along? Hello Hello, you're watching, listening to Trusty Hogs.
You're in the room with us.
Yes, you are. Please like and subscribe our podcast, rate our podcast.
Give it a 5 stars. People like sometimes go, oh, this podcast's fine, but they're a bit much, or like that Irish one's a bit chatty.
No one
and they
said
just
that.
give it like 100% of my life, and they give it 3, and it's like, why just give us 5? Like, give us 5.
Yeah, think of it as rating Helen's boobs. Give it a 5. Thank you very much.
5
also,
stars.
Please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TrustyHogs. And if you have an issue you would like to trust us with, please email us at trustyhogs@gmail.com.
So email us. I think that's one of them. Email us. I'm remembering this myself. And then follow us right now. Go onto your phone, type in @TrustyHogs. And then when you're doing it, make the noise.
Don't make the noise.
Make the noise.
Don't make the noise.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Helen has gone to the bathroom, so it seemed like a good opportunity to do a little trigger warning. Sometimes we talk about mental health, sometimes we talk about slightly sensitive issues, sometimes, like in this episode, we talk about suicide, and we just wanted to give you a little warning in case that's not your vibe on the way to the train. You know what I mean? But you can understand why Helen couldn't be here for this, can't you?
Who would
Yeah.
you go for though if you had a choice
Of what? Of
between me and Catherine?
what's the situation?
Let's say just vibe, just like
Just
a
the
vibe to hang out with. Let's say a
So
week,
much
like
more hurtful than sex. I was like, that's like, which of us do you prefer? Is
As
what-
people.
Yeah,
As
like what?
people.
for a
Not
week's
sexually.
holiday,
Right? Where to?
Mallorca.
You feel me?
Mallorca. Okay. Cool. So let's talk about
That's not very fair. Alison immediately knows she's going to spend way more time creaming me. That's not right.
Okay.
I see through
Well,
Then you
you.
pick a holiday location for a week.
Galway.
Galway. Okay.
We're in Galway.
That's bullshit. Because you know, if you take me to Galway, I'll sing one of the IRA songs, and then the whole
Okay.
trip's over.
Okay.
I love it in your accent as well.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to Devon.
We're going to Devon. Okay, we're driving to get who can
My
drive?
grandparents have a
can't
little
drive.
place in North Devon, so we can stay somewhere for free.
I'll pay for dinner.
You pay for dinner.
I'll
But
make
we're
you
just
dinner.
bribing her now.
I know.
That's not the
liking
same
it.
as...
I'll take you crabbing.
You'll take me crabbing.
We'll catch crabs together. I've got lines and
That
everything.
feels like...
I got lines. I got bacon.
It feels like a night out where you do coke and get crabs.
I'll buy you chips.
You know what? I don't know that I just think I want you to respect me enough as a
I'll take you to the big
person.
sheep.
But could we not, like, why is
Don't try to choose both of us, Alison. Don't you dare disrespect us on our podcast.
There's room in the car. I'll sit in the back.
I'm lying down on the back. There's no room.
That's... You know what?
Pick. Just pick someone.
Okay. Ip dip. No?
Isn't that eeny meeny?
Ip dip dog shit? No? What do you go for?
Eeny meeny
We have the
miny
same
mo.
cultural references, but I guess she doesn't. That's something to
true.
consider.
Andrew, back me up there.
Yeah, it's
Eeny meeny miny. It's eeny. As long as we're in London
How about you
and
guys
we're on
go
my
on holiday?
turf.
You guys go on holiday and we'll go to Devon. Now, hello,
We're
Alison.
going to Mallorca, baby.
Alison Spittle, welcome to Trusty Hogs.
Yay!
No, stop doing that. Stop it. Stop. That's not part of it. No.
I just thought if we're doing a podcast called Trusty Hogs, we might as well snort. So if you could...
No, Alison, don't do this.
I feel
she'll
pressure
take
right
your
now.
dignity.
It's already gone. I mean, it
You
was
okay?
5 minutes ago when I was getting auctioned off.
You broke her!
You look gorgeous, by the way. Do you really want to do that? This stunning outfit with a snort?
I'm going to do a ladylike one right now.
How? Oh, it's a posh pig.
I'm sorry,
Is
but
it
that
wounded?
was...
Is the hog wounded?
The hog has been shot. We are going to have a feast tonight. And it's shocked that we did it to them. And also, it's inevitable. They're like, I shouldn't have trusted you, man.
That was gorgeous.
I know. It had such a journey. I don't
It
even.
sounded like Babe's mum when Babe gets taken away.
Oh, yeah. No,
God.
Babe's mum's more like, wait there. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Wow, don't question
Okay,
Alison.
so
She's like, sorry, I think you found the
Baby
the
pig
line
Babe
is-
has just
Yes.
been taken away,
So
and
this
mum's
is the more animalistic pain. This
Okay.
is primal. My child. I don't know if that'll do a levels.
That was
but-
a flashback.
I got goosebumps.
Yes. I think I could genuinely. I'm not the greatest actor in the world, but I think if I could play pigs,
Don't you
I would
ever
be-
put yourself down
I
like that.
agree.
Definitely.
You're the fucking Meryl Streep of hogs.
That was like a full Wilbur situation. We were both Charlottes on the web, just
Yeah.
freaking out.
I felt it in my chest. I got goosebumps. Okay, I genuinely was against the making the guest do a hog noise.
No.
But now I'm like, Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize podcasts could win an Oscar. That's crazy. That's mad. Oh,
Thank you for your
yeah.
talent and your time.
wow.
Dame Diana Hogg.
I think we will. I think we
When someone
will.
does something so flawless, you're just having a chat, then you're like, you're a stand-up comedian, you should 100% do that on stage.
On stage.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
did a new material night the other night, and you
Yeah.
didn't do any pig noises.
No,
What's that about?
I talked about suicidal ideation, which is never good for
Topic switch. Topic switch. Topic switch. Can we just rewind? Sorry. Do you want to talk about it?
It was so good.
Because I heard about this gig. So can you please tell? So I now have 2 facts about the gig, both of which diverge completely. So yours is that you talked about suicidal ideation. Trigger warning.
Yeah.
Helen's version of the story was different. So why don't you start with yours and then we'll go back to Alison.
So my main memory of this gig, which happened like 2 weeks ago or a week ago,
Yes.
was we went outside after it, and a 19-year-old drunk girl came up to us and was like,
yes.
To
me.
you need to talk more about your vagina on stage. Have you ever heard of Sarah Millican? And you
I
went,
know.
yeah. And then she turned to me, looked me square in the eye and was like, and this, I want to know if this is the same on stage as it is off.
Yeah.
And I was
This
like,
is a
go
child.
away.
This is
She
a
was
fetus.
a child. She was a child. And she also, after, because we had a bit of a dance after,
Yeah.
she came to the periphery of our dance circle. She liked our vibe.
I didn't. I don't know if she liked
Wow.
our vibe
Yeah.
or wanted to figure out what was happening.
But I don't know what
Wow.
we're talking about. She was so young, like Pogs or... Like,
Yeah.
Just so you know, the kids not playing with pogs anymore. Just like that's 100% over. That's over.
You just started Pokemon.
Yeah. No,
So
but
you don't get to be like judgmental of Pogs. We can have
okay,
Pogs
I'm not
if we
being
want.
judgmental
Pogs
of
came
pogs.
to
I'm being
Ireland
respectful of
recently.
pogs. Okay, that's just way too much right now. Wait, you just got pogs? No, that
Yeah.
was a joke.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
No, we just got Pogs.
Along with Protestantism.
Yeah.
There was
I
a...
Yeah.
still don't fully get the Ireland Catholic Protestant thing.
Do you want to talk about it?
I know that Catholics,
Let her talk about it. Let's just watch her
Wait.
talk about it.
the Catholics are the Irish, and the Protestants are the ones who brought over. No, see, this is what I'm saying. I don't know, but whenever I try and talk about it, I get shut down.
I feel like if I...
And the Protestants are from the English.
If I correct you in any way, I'm coming down with you on this.
Yeah,
I feel like
I agree.
like,
We can't speak neutrally on this
But
topic.
I'm 30 now. At what point is someone going to willingly discuss this with me?
I'd
So
say
I can
not on a
know?
podcast. And have you considered a book?
I have considered a book. I'm reading one at the moment.
Yes.
I think that's what podcasts are generally for people that consider books and then go, no, I don't have the time.
I don't want to, and it's hurts my little eyes.
But
Oh
you
my
don't
God.
get along, the Catholics and Protestants, is the main point of this.
That's not necessarily
Oh, for
true.
fuck's
Yeah.
Then what's the problem? What were the troubles?
My dad was English Protestant, and how are you doing? I bet you're going to have so much trouble with levels generally.
Yeah. Do you want to go back to suicide? That was.
So like,
We were letting Helen commit sort of nationalistic suicide as a backdrop
Who
for
were
Alison.
the black and tan?
No, stop it. Okay.
Sorry, but I feel like
Crazy.
if it's a podcast
Yeah.
that we're co-hosting, there should be a safe space for me to ask my questions.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
sure.
All I can gather is you had trouble, you do still,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
something to do with Protestants versus Catholic.
I love the English explaining Irish troubles and never saying England.
But
English.
what were they?
It's Protestants.
That's true. My
and
dad was
Irish
like
and
that.
Catholics. It's like say English.
No,
Say
my
English.
dad-
So the Protestants are the English?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. See, there we
But
go.
the issue
In lies
was
the trouble.
the English. No, that's not the trouble.
In lies the trouble.
My dad's English, and like he would.
I'm so sorry
I know.
for your troubles.
Mine too.
Is your mum German?
No, both English. It's grandparents. Don't think about the dates.
Oh.
Yeah. English.
Didn't change their names though.
No, we kept the German spelling because you never know.
What would you have done? Like, let's say if you wanted to change it to English, you know, the way the Battenbergs, what were they?
Everyone, the Mountbattens, the
Mountbattens,
Germans
yeah.
changed it. So you just everyone did it during the World War.
Power.
Changed their surname.
Helen Power. Helen.
But Bauer, B-O-W-E-R. They chose an English spelling. B-O-W-E-R is for the people that fucking quit.
Like Dane Bowers is probably related to you.
Absolutely. Well, no, because Bauer is also like farmer. It's like a really common sound.
Oh, Helen Farmer.
Well, it still means farmer now. It used to mean peasant,
Oh, right. Okay.
which doesn't feel right for me.
No, too high status. What's below? Anyway, it's
poo.
I'm so glad you're here. So the gig, you did a gig on, and then you were talking about suicidal ideation.
Yes, I got the coil in, and that made.
Okay, you said that like those were linked statements. Were they?
Genuinely were.
And you got the coil in on the day of the gig, and you were like, I'm going to talk about.
No, I got the coil in like about 2 months previous. Like,
Okay.
But what
The
happened?
8-week processing.
Yeah. I was going for the sweet baby hormone coil.
Nice, yes.
Given the choices, and you're like,
I have the hormonal coil.
did you?
Yeah.
How was that for you?
Absolutely fine.
How was it getting it inserted?
Oh, I mean, you have an actual contraction, which nobody told me about.
I know.
You know what? Like, forget the coil. Maybe they don't even put it in. All you need to do is give me one contraction, and I'm like, I'm never having a baby. I had that one, and I was like, that's enough for me forever.
What? I
yeah,
thought
you
they
have
just
a.
placed. I mean, I do the withdrawal method, so I wouldn't know. Is it?
Are you sure you're
Just
not
the-
Irish? I'm not Irish with you.
They just pull out and on the tummy.
Yeah.
Just like God intended.
Oh,
Pretty
stop, it's too sexy.
Do they wind it into your womb lining?
No, what is that? A corkscrew?
What was that? Like we're a wine bottle. or
Wind it into your
Oh, well,
womb lining.
it's a coil, isn't it? It's like a spring.
Helen, stop. No, it's
No.
not. It's not like a spring. Oh my God. Have you met women? This is
Yes.
insane. No, it's a T-bar
How can I hate
shape.
women? My mum's one.
It's a T-bar.
What podcast is this? Is it a different podcast? A different video?
Trigonometry. It's a T-bar
T-bar, yeah.
for triggered. And you just pop that, you slide it into the uterus, in fact.
Yeah, well, like the interesting thing about me getting mine in was that number one, they had a student nurse in, and my
Oh,
nurse
God.
was required to distract you while you were having this severe pain. Like, did you have someone talking into your face?
No, I just had one Irish doctor.
Where'd you get it done? Here?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But Catherine still insists on them being Irish.
My dentist is Irish. My doctor is Irish.
Oh my god.
And I'm currently in the market for an Irish therapist in London. If anyone's available.
I would like one of those.
Yeah.
Like, I do think they would help.
It just helps context wise. It's like, do I have to explain the shame every time?
Exactly. Like, I genuinely, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I'm mentally ill and also ex-Catholic. And sometimes when I get a thought, I don't know the difference.
There you go. Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, so true.
I
So true.
still love a Catholic.
Yeah, you're right. And the trouble was all the English people, not them. We're all having fun.
We're all
Yeah. But yes, I completely understand. So you got the coil and it had a bad effect for you.
Yeah, well, when I was getting the coil in, first she put this thing in. It's like a, what do they call it? I keep forgetting the name of it. It's like a
Speculum.
Carjack thing. Yeah.
Speculum.
Speculum. It's carjack for your vagina.
I only know
It
that
is.
because I have the big speculum
It's such,
when
a
I
good,
get
it's such a good
smear test.
description. It is like a carjack for your. Yeah. Okay. So they
Yeah, you know.
opened you up like a tire.
Some roadside assistance.
Yeah.
And, she's digging around in there, and while that's happening,
Doesn't sound right.
I know
The student is or the nurses?
the non-student nurse is like going, hey, what are you listening to on your phone? And I'm like, well, I watched a documentary on Trojan Records last night. And it's like, no matter getting a procedure, I'm like, I just want to tell someone I watched a documentary.
Amazing.
Trojan Records.
They're like,
We do not have time for that.
well, she goes like, I'm from Jamaica myself, and I gone back to Jamaica before the pandemic, and she was talking about different music from Jamaica, and I was like, yeah, and I was getting this massive pain, and then I heard this noise that went like this.
She's such a beautiful voice actor. It's insane. Are we getting this, Andrew, or are we getting it?
The Foley, and then I heard this sound that was like broken plastic, and you never want to hear that when you're getting the procedure done. And
What does
then,
broken plastic sound like?
like kind of like
I know you can do it for us.
like I don't
From
know,
your
like-
vagina.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Then I heard her go, "Oh Jesus!" And I was like, "You don't want to hear that when you have a procedure." And I was like, "Is everything okay down there?" She said, "This has never happened before, but you've broken the speculum." So
Sorry, don't mean to laugh. How strong is your vagina?
X-Men strong. I feel.
Wow.
Like, genuinely, I felt like the start of an X-Men film where I was just like texting.
It
like,
bit back.
It bit back. Genuinely, like I feel like if a monster had attacked London, I would just go outside with my trousers down and go, I've got this, guys.
We laughed at the withdrawal method earlier, but now who's it sounding good to?
It sounds like Alison couldn't do it if she tried.
Trying to get out. Let me free.
Like a Venus flytrap of vaginas.
That's why I've kept a boyfriend for 8 years. He's physically
He's in there.
inside me.
Hey, babe.
Hey, Simon.
On top about it. But yeah, so that was and then like got it in, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. And about 2 weeks later, I re-downloaded The Sims, which is like never a good sign.
No, yeah, I lost 2 years to The Sims
Yeah.
once. Yeah.
I've never played, but is that like a fringe?
The Sims thing,
Like as a mental health signifier?
It's more like you've just completely given up on any social life entirely.
Yeah. I should
Like
have
you're
gone
like,
in.
I now live through these people getting a new carpet.
Is it
That's
like okay? Is it? I'm trying to think where my equivalent is. It's like Parks and Rec for the 17th
Rewatching
time.
something for like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you like, and I knew it was really bad because I was killing all of my Sims.
Oh my god.
Multiply and giving them really bad lives.
Come on,
like
what were the methods of murder?
um,
Swimming pool,
so-
take the stairs out.
Swimming pool, take the stairs out, but there's also like you can adopt a baby and then you can like just ignore it, and a social worker will come in,
Yeah.
and then you take away the door. Have you done that? No?
I've never played Sims. It's like
Accidentally, I did it
harrowing.
several times.
It feels like
You've killed 5 Tamagotchis. You're not a good example. You did this on purpose.
well, like you get curious. I think me and Helen have spoken before.
And then you got to remember to go out and mourn the
You
graves,
gotta mourn the graves,
like
and
the
then-
Goth family.
and death will come, and then you can try and like fuck death. Like there's
Okay, and
they can burn to
and
death.
just to like, okay, so like you're talking about this on stage.
yeah, but not to that extent. But
Oh wow.
From my memory of the gig, she was
Yeah.
having a lovely time, doing a lovely chat, and then went, so I want to kill myself.
I know.
And
I know.
it
It went
so...
Yeah. People don't
Apart from me and the other comics in the back going,
don't love to laugh at that in your face.
But they don't love. Do you know what it is? It's like after I went to like a festival, and I was with another comedian. We ended up sitting at a table with this stranger, who then like got into this conversation about the environment. And the other comedian that I was with, they kind of got into a row, which culminated in this person telling the comedian, "Would you shoot a polar bear?" And the comedian's like, "Yes, I would."
Oh wow.
And,
Okay.
it was that type of chat. And but they
that type of chat, and you're fine with that? That type of chat? You know those famous chats to me are like, if you were a dog, what sort of dog would you be?
I'd
Oh,
love
There's
we're-
not a famous chat of like, if you had to, would you gun down a polar bear?
No, but like
genuinely
like moralistic extremism or like direct moral responsibility.
Oh, like the
as-
train track one.
Yeah, I think that like
Yeah.
Like-
It sobered me up like straight away.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, I want to go home.
yes.
And it's like, and I realized there, I was like, it's what is it? It's strange when you feel suicidal because you're kind of like, I'm okay now. Well, I think I am, but like I don't feel like doing it right now, so we're cool. But I felt that person said, I feel like killing myself, and that changed the whole conversation because then I was like, oh fuck, well this interaction has to go good between me and you.
Yeah.
In order. Is that
Suddenly the last weight and pressure is on you.
Wait a second. So are you
yeah.
saying that you have been saying you're suicidal at gigs because you think it'll mean people do laugh
No, I think
because they don't want it to be on them?
or like because I was trying to come up with this bit because when I rang up the NHS to say like I need this coil out of me,
Yeah.
they were like, give it a bit of time to settle. And I was like, well, I kind of want to kill myself. And they were like, yeah, well, maybe a bit of time. And I was like, I don't know if you heard me
Sorry.
the first time.
I
but-
pulled my trump card, please.
Yeah.
Did you
I
see my-
thought this was like,
Yeah.
Wait, so you've got it out of you now, though?
Oh yeah, your man was. It was so
God.
good.
And are you okay now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I'm talking. But I was trying to like. It wasn't. But the problem was I forgot to say that bit at the end of this.
Oh, that it's out and that you're okay.
That's how that I'm okay, and also that like I was telling people I had suicidal ideations because I wanted to make the point about like calling up the doctor.
Yeah, you
and
definitely
having
did
to
not
say it
finish
twice.
that set.
No. But I think it was because I got so spooked by people. I just like it's not like I just didn't realize the power of talking about stuff.
It's a very hard thing to talk about. I talked about it in my first show.
Yeah.
And I have tried to talk about it since on stage. And it's a complicated thing because people don't know how to behave. They don't necessarily want to think about it. They certainly don't want their clowns to admit it.
No.
If they do, they want an immediate resolution. So they want like, solve this for us now.
True.
Yeah.
And they don't know when they're allowed to laugh.
And like,
Or if they're allowed to laugh.
I know, and it's like it's not their fault. Do you know what
But
Yeah.
it's a part of life that should be discussed. That's
Yeah.
the thing as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
So it's like it's very
definitely.
tricky. Like, do I just ignore this massive thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do I like address it?
Or-
But
Yeah.
all we can say is Camden Comedy Club on a Thursday night, messing around, the perfect place to try it. And I think we can all just say thank you to Alison for that.
And a great dance after. It was
We had
so
a great dance after.
What an absolute roller coaster of an evening. And that was
We then danced to Bulletproof by LaRue.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
no.
And I was just doing this the whole
Oh my God. Andrew, we will need you to cut that out of the video. Okay, so please go to patreon.com/TrustyHogs. That's where you can find us.
Patreon.com/TrustyHogs.
Even Helen can remember it. You can do it too. And for £3, you get early access to every episode. So 24 hours in advance, you get the episode. You're ahead of the curve. Why not? £5, you get that plus an extra episode. We're giving you another podcast for free for £5.
Okay, yeah, £3 isn't the dream, £5 is the dream.
Yeah, like why wouldn't that be your dream? And then £10, you get all of that plus early release access to the tickets for any live shows we do.
Dang, girl.
I know, and 10% off tickets and merch.
Yes, please.
And we're making merch. Don't think that we're not. £15 gets you a signed poster and all of those things. All of those things, and you can put something on your wall. I don't mind if we do. All of those for £20 plus a producer credit. I'm sorry, you're now a producer of a podcast. We're saying your name on every episode.
I'm not a producer of this podcast.
You never will be. Like, it's crazy. Plus a mug that says you're a producer. So when people come around, you're like, oh, this is just from the podcast I produce.
So cute.
I know. £50. Who is £50 a month? I don't know. But if you do, like, give it to us, please. That would be amazing. But if you did, we would give you all of the above. So 24-hour early access, extra episodes, early release tickets, 10% off those tickets for live events, 10% off merch. We'd give you a signed poster. We'd give you an exec producer title and an exec. And we would make you a personalized video.
I feel like we're giving them our soul for £50.
Worth it.
Every penny, baby.
Patreon.com/TrustyHogs.
I remembered. Thank you.
Now we have a section in this podcast which we're so glad you're here for.
Oh, incredible.
Are we agony ants? Are we gift givers?
I think of myself more like a pig sharing knowledge from one of my teats.
Which one?
So my body resembles like a dog that's had 8 litters. Like I'm hanging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like from a lot of different places. So like this will be
Gorgeous.
like T3 on the left.
Love that.
Incredible.
Okay, great.
It's like around there.
It's good that we have a very clear choice. And so what we're going to do is sort of suckle on that teat, as it were, by which we mean Andrew, our little hoglet, is going to read us an email that we have sent in from a listener. I mean, before we even started the podcast, she sent this email, which is pretty impressive commitment, without a problem.
Better help.
This girl needs an answer stat. So let's hear the problem there. Andrew?
Yes, this is from R. I'll just you do the initial, kind of keep it mysterious.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh, R.
This is from R. I had a work friend. I thought she was my actual friend. I'd been to her house for dinner and everything. But she tries to treat me like she is a superior, although that is not necessarily true in the actual kind of interactions. What's the word? She's not actually a superior in work.
Yeah.
Is this a comedian?
No.
Okay.
Helen, did you write this email about me?
I literally identify with R so much already.
We're about to start a podcast together, and I don't know how.
Yeah, R is actually short for Helen Bauer.
Very good.
Can we just get a double? Can we just retrace again what we've gone over? So
Right.
she had a work friend, which we're delineating from actual friends, which I love as a categorization. But she thought she was a real friend because she'd been to her house for dinner.
Yeah.
But then this friend, who is in fact just a work friend, which we all know is scum,
Yeah.
talks down to her. Okay.
And she was sassy. So the person writing this email was sassy in a WhatsApp group, and her potentially ex-friend messaged her saying that her message had a negative impact on her. And R wrote back and said, well, a lot of what you've said recently has had a negative impact on me.
Okay.
And that was the last interaction they've had. But obviously they're still working together. They still have mutual friends. And they would like to know, do they just leave it forever and leave it in limbo? Do they confront it?
Yeah.
Kind of wait until they're working together and hope that they just don't start crying? So anything
I hope who
advice?
doesn't start crying.
The person writing this email is
Hope that she doesn't
I can
herself
solve
start
it.
crying.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so the question is, just to clarify, they have both expressed a disappointment or frustration with behavior that is the other person has engaged in, and interest that it made them feel bad about themselves. Does she now leave it hanging, although they will work together because they share a job?
Yeah.
Or does she confront it?
That's a much more concise, and thank you for that. It was a wordy email.
I just want to check.
I think it's an
Helen
interesting
clearly has a
problem
view.
because women are famously whores and bitches. So if you've got two women trying
No,
to get along,
that's not-
it's going to be a nightmare because they're
not the-
always going to be butting heads.
That's not the
famously
position of this
women
podcast.
cannot work or be friends.
Not to the position
This
of this
is why you have
podcast.
to be more of a guy's girl. I'd say this could be solved by a very.
Madonna has attacked you.
Oh my God. Madonna hates you. Madonna says no.
Helen, don't be such a cunt.
For the
Madonna-
benefit of the
I
listener,
literally feel that was all of my female friends being like, "Shut the fuck up!"
our portrait of Madonna has just fallen on Helen.
On to
So good
Helen.
production value.
Oh my God. I can't believe that blue tack fell from the wall with a very heavy picture. What timing though?
Don't! I'm actually freaking out.
Madonna disagrees with you. Finish your point,
Yes.
and Alison will carry the Madonna.
I was going to say they should just get a bottle of sunflower oil, lube up, and then get in a paddling pool and wrestle it out.
It's an option. It's an option. Okay, thank you, Helen.
Nice girl.
Yeah.
I will now hold this whilst you guys say your thoughts on the matter.
Alison, did you have a different, maybe a more water-based solution?
Don't be a
Water-based,
bitch about it,
or
babe. Don't be a
something
bitch.
else. Something else.
I've fallen out with friends a few times where we've had arguments.
Yeah.
I remember once it was me and a friend. We're still good friends now, but I feel like we were at different stages in our life. When we met each other, I was very young and naive, and they're an adult. And they're so lovely to me, and our relationship was always like, I will help you, I'll do this, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm a big girl now, and we're going to have an argument over canteens and socialism. And we called each other the worst names in the world. And I ran out and I didn't talk to her for a year. And then we just never addressed it and became friends again because we're too good friends to let that go. You know
That's
what I mean?
sweet, yeah.
Okay.
We
I
need a
don't
bit of
know.
space.
I don't know if the history of that exists here. Like it feels like she felt like they were starting to be friends, which I think you're so right. But like that can happen when you have a foundation that's already there, and that those dynamics sometimes need a break to have a shift because it's hard to change in friendships.
You need a cliffhanger between seasons.
Yeah, I love that. I think my feeling would be that I'm quite an anxious person and I worry what people think of me. And I don't know that the person who wrote the email is, but from my perspective, if I cared enough, and I think you do have to ask this of your question first of all, before, like, do you want to be her friend?
Yeah.
If you do, then I think the course of action, and it's okay if the answer is no. If it's no, leave it.
Yeah.
And that's an okay thing. But if you don't want to leave it and you would like to try, from my perspective, I'd rather say it and know I tried one more time. Like overtly, I offered an olive branch, I offered the space to have that conversation, and then if she shoots me down, fine. It's going to be awkward and work either way. So either it can be awkward because you tried or awkward because you didn't. But I think you should first ask yourself, do you actually want to be their friend?
That's so true, because I feel like we get that thing of like, particularly like, the younger we are, this like, I want everyone to get along with me and I want to be friends with everyone. And then you
just
just
want
get older and you
everyone to like
realize,
me.
not everyone's going to, and that's okay, because you're also not going to like everyone as well. It's
Yeah.
uncomfortable not liking someone, but it happens.
But also, I'm starting to realize like friendships that used to serve you can no longer serve you. And like, I'm talking about this on my show, but like, it's so much more difficult to end a friendship than it is sometimes to like end a romantic relationship, because we don't have any words for that. But yeah, I think like it's okay. Don't think we think often enough, do I want to be this person? And I say this as a people pleaser because literally everyone I meet, I'm like, what can I do for you? How do I get you to like me? I'll be your friend. And it's like, oh, maybe I should check, do I trust them? Do
Yeah.
I like them? Are they worthy of my time? So once you've answered that question, then I think it's better to have tried, if you wanted to have tried, and know you did everything. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Also, I think we need to really put an end with that friendship thing. You know, when you meet someone and they're an absolute asshole, and then their mates go, honestly, they're really nice when you get to know them. And it's like, I don't want to get to know them. They were an asshole.
Yeah.
And they're like, they'll warm up to you. It's like, why do they? No, they were just a dick. Like,
Or
Yeah.
I found like moving countries that you're kind of making a new friendship group or whatever.
yeah.
And like I've been on like friendship dates with people that I have been like more into them than they have been
Yes.
reciprocating the
Yeah, yeah,
friendship
Wait,
back.
we went. Would you say us going to the London Gay Men's Choir at the Clapham Grand a friendship date?
I would, yeah, I would consider that.
And
Were
how
you
would you
equally
say
into
it
it?
went for you?
You were really good fun.
Aww.
I would go on another like. You
She
know,
wants a second friendship date, guys. It is beautiful. Andrew, draw a little heart.
But I feel that you have loads of friends. Like and
That shouldn't
I
be
feel
a
that-
consideration.
I feel sometimes I look at stuff and I'm like, is there space for me in this person's life?
But that's for
Do you
them
mean?
to-
Wait, are you talking about Catherine, Sunil, and Rosie? Because that's my friends.
Heidi.
And oh, Heidi.
You go on so many lovely like friendship trips. Like your
I've been to
friends-
Thorpe Park in 2 years.
But you could be on those, Alison.
I know, no, it's like your friendships for me is like where I look at a couple who are really in love. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think you should rule yourself out of places when people think they do have space for you, because you're like, this looks fine as it is. Maybe Helen has an Alison shaped hole in her life. And
I
heart.
do, but I could get rid of Catherine and get you in because I'm not having two Irish. That's the thing. It's like there's only a space so much, and I've got Neil O'Rourke.
Get rid of Neil. Why do
So
I
Neil,
have
no,
to
but
go?
he's trying the Irish mask energy from the south, so he's Cork mask.
I'm
Your
Southern.
friendship group is like downstairs in the
So yeah, but Dublin's not southern because it's North Ireland. It's not Northern Ireland, but it's North
It's
Island.
not North
It
Ireland.
is North Ireland.
I love this dynamic.
It's
I love this dynamic.
east. Do you mean east?
But what I'm saying is, if you feel that way, I can get rid of Catherine.
No,
That's not a
I
problem.
I don't think there's any. I don't think that's like. I don't
Okay.
feel negative about
There's
that.
a recreation of a Victorian village in Basingstoke called Milestones Museum. I've been looking for someone to go and take it seriously with me for a while because apparently it's not worth the travel because it is a train and a bus.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, you're not going to do it. I know you're not going to do it. You've made that very clear.
Yeah.
How would you like to travel back to 1901?
Right, let's do it. Let's do
It's
it.
also next to a cinema
Whoa.
and a bowling alley.
Whoa.
Oh, so you'll be adjacent to fun, but not having any.
This is the thing. I invite people and then they just laugh and it's like, no.
No, but it's not like it's so weird being an adult and looking at like you don't have the thing of school. Being a stand-up comedian, it's easier. I feel.
Yeah,
to make friends
yeah.
with
Okay, so Neil wants for his birthday next year a trip to Legoland.
I'd do that.
It's in January.
See how
It's going to
Alison
be
said
cold.
yes immediately to that, but has never actually answered Basingstoke.
That's true.
Yes, now that I would do. You have said
No one wants milestones with me.
it's the bus. It's the train.
Yeah.
Or the bus.
The bus is opposite the train station.
I've been to the Black Country Museum before, which I
And?
feel is a very similar vibe.
Ah, that one's open air. This one's inside of an aerodrome.
That's not making it anything.
It's hard to see. This is hard to watch.
Okay, here's a new plan. Amy Gledhill,
Yes,
similar to
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
moved to London
Yes.
recently and is like trying to like
I've
figure out
totally tried to bone in on her friendship thing as well.
how's it going.
I got a lift off her once. I really like
Yes!
it.
Yes,
She's the
nice.
best.
Yeah.
I said I'd take her to go see Cleopatra's mummy. Do you want to come? It's in the British Museum.
Yeah.
But it's also what they think might be Cleopatra's mummy.
Okay, like,
Alison,
we're
how do you
talking-
feel about the British Museum, Alison? Alison,
Oh yeah,
do you
famously
feel
in the
about
British
the
Museum,
British
we put all
Museum,
their
Alison?
potatoes on display instead of letting them eat them. Who fucking knows what's happening?
Oh.
It was that bad? I don't know.
oh my god.
They don't have them there. I mean, maybe in the canteen, but it's fine.
Wow.
Is this the Irish thing, the Protestant thing?
Andrew?
This is genuinely the edgiest podcast I've ever been on. This is the edgiest podcast.
Andrew, I'm going to need you to put in the corrections corner. A delineation between the troubles and the famine.
Yeah.
And B, an apology.
Oh, so the famine wasn't a trouble then.
This is
What am I not understanding?
Oh my
I feel like I
gosh.
say things and it goes really quiet and I don't know what's happening.
Do you know what, Helen, right?
Should I go?
Sean Williamson, who plays Barry from EastEnders.
Yes, on your
He's
earrings.
doing,
Yeah.
He's doing a thing called Barrioke next week. If you're, it's a Friday, you probably will be working. But I really
Probably, but it's amazing the amount of times I'm not.
I know. I get really self-conscious where like they're like,
Okay, I am
me your
actually
face.
gigging. That is so annoying. That is in Hereford.
but like that's the type of like Hereford.
Are you in Hereford next Friday? Shut your whole mouth. Amazing.
Okay, sorry. Are you just cancelling on Alison for Barrioke so you can hang out with Andrew in front of her? Because that just seems rude.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So the
how do you make
British
friends?
Museum.
Yes, yeah.
When you come to Basingstoke to Milestones with me.
Yeah, she's giving you the clues. There is no mystery here.
I'm really
She's
glad.
leaving batch loaf like behind her.
I think the problem is with my friendships, I'm like, let's do this, and it's always a bit too much.
Too
like
soon?
it's never just sort of like, hey, let's go for a coffee. It's always like, right, road trip, pack your bag, bring a passport. Who knows where we'll end up?
I don't know how to do a WhatsApp conversation with a person.
Oh,
that
voice
isn't
notes.
like yeah. I do it first.
Helen
I don't know
loves
how
the
we
voice
got into
note.
that, like thing.
I love voice
Helen loves a voice note.
Did she?
Yeah.
Do you give like miniature podcasts yourself?
Yeah, they're long. She also likes to call with video.
Wow.
I only video call.
Yeah, she goes very close to the camera. It's everything you think it would be. I take turn volume down,
Right. Okay.
and then
My
just
phone
knock.
always says to me with my headphones. Like,
How did you become friends?
Are we friends?
this is the thing. I limpided on to Catherine
Okay.
because it was 2016. Yeah, we were both entering the BBC New Comedy Award. We were doing the Heat in Cardiff, and Catherine had been doing stand-up a little bit. I'd been doing it a little bit, but I was living in Germany doing it, so I didn't know anyone in the UK scene. So I arrived at the venue, and everyone kind of know each other, even when you're new. Do you know what I mean? On the London scene, a lot of them had travelled. She arrived, and I was trying to talk to everyone, but I guess it's a competition. They're all nervous. They're in their own zone.
Also,
Catherine
it was
barreled in and was like, "Oh, hey, what's your story?" Oh, hey. What's your truth then? And then we did the competition. And then I think
I do feel like you would say that.
What's up? And then we were texting, I think. And then I moved over to the UK and we'd see each other at gigs. And we'd always like, if we saw each other at a gig, we'd sort of
I think
naturally...
we pretty quickly liked each other. It was like I went in and I was like, oh, this is a good person. And also, I will say,
loads of those.
yeah, and I think with Helen, it's fair to say that like that room was full of nervous, anxious energy, but also I think we were maybe the only women.
That also might be true.
So there was just a general like weird vibe in the room. So just a chatter, and I was like, yes, please.
And I think naturally at gigs, like if we were both on, usually we'd stay and have a drink afterwards.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know.
And then I guess we had all that sex, and it just sort of went off.
Actually, I did show you my vagina once.
She has shown me her full
Really?
tits and vagina.
I've only got bras so far.
Oh, there's still time. There's
That
still
was
time.
in front of a lot of people as well.
Yeah. No, we were at a gig and Helen had a date later that night, and she was like, oh no, the date had been moved, and she was furious because she'd done
I
a cleanup
prepped.
job.
You prepped,
yeah.
okay.
And like for Helen, that means shaving and removing urine from her. I don't know, you weren't here for the earlier part of the chat, but she actually
Do you
she
ever
doesn't wipe.
get urine stained pubes? Like they sort of like bleach a little bit and get a bit crispy.
Say you
And
wipe,
me
Alison.
neither then.
Don't,
Me neither, 'cause
Alison,
I was
don't-
joking when I said it
don't
earlier.
have to
I
go
didn't-
along with this. No.
What? So we talking like frosted tips? Like your fanny looks.
It's just sort of like sometimes you just sort of like your hands go really long around your cunt.
Yeah.
Out and then it just gets a little bit dry and crispy like around the pubes, and they just sort of like just colour a little bit.
Yeah.
Something like a thing
So we're-
I was just sort of chatting about it in general, and Catherine and Andrew were like real dicky about it. But it's not a big deal.
So we're talking like
We're talking like not washing, Alison.
we're talking about the bad guy out of She's All That or something like that. He's kind of like.
Yeah.
But now I have a shower gel. It's called Happy Hippie, and it's from Lush.
Okay, and this is specifically for your.
You're not supposed to.
I
wash
use it for my whole body and vagina, and so does Sunil.
You're not what's supposed.
You share a shower gel.
I think you should as flatmates because, like, I've bought two massive vats of conditioner and shampoo, and it's going down rapidly.
Yeah,
and I know it's and it's alright because I would do that too.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that's
So I
nice.
can,
That's nice. Can I just flag to the listener that you are not supposed to use heavy duty soaps or indeed most soaps on your actual vagina. Self-cleaning oven, just use some water, some nice water. Nice.
No, I wash it, I get in trouble. I don't
Maybe
wash
some
it, I get in
fresh.
trouble.
You can wash your pubes, but I'm talking about your internal organ or your
I like to get shampoo all over it.
I thought you were gonna say this.
Shampoo all over it. And I do a really like...
For the listener, Helen is
froth it up.
mothing.
Like, you know when you got a tea stain mug and you got to really wipe around the tea stain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
I do that.
You gotta
Have
get
you
like
ever done that when you're like finishing a period because you don't want to waste it on a tampon? So you're like,
Stop
I'm just
it,
gonna pull
Helen.
out.
Helen.
No, me
Helen.
neither. Me neither. We're just
You're foul. For the listener who's not watching this on YouTube, Helen mimed soaping up her fingers.
Very
So if you have any
And
problems that you'd like to send us, I'm changing the topic.
I don't think this has been a good lesson on women's bodies.
I think like you could get this podcast sponsored by like Scrub Daddy. Do you know the
What?
Yeah. What's
Scrub
that?
Daddy? It's a little scrub that's shaped like a little smiley face, and then you use it, and the face disintegrates. And you're like, oh my God. And I'm just imagining, like, I don't know why, but
I want it.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a real.
I want a face to disintegrate down there as I'm. Yeah.
Wow.
Just generally.
Wow.
Just generally.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here, Alison Spittle. You've been amazing.
Alison, plug your socials. Come on, give it to us. They all listen to Wheel
Yeah.
of His Fortune already,
Yeah.
realistically. But
at Alison Spittle on Instagram and on Twitter.
Yes.
And I think, when is this coming out? It doesn't matter.
30th of September.
Oh, nice.
You're a first guest, Alison.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel honored.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah. No, don't do that. We won't get any more guests. Jesus. Consent.
May I? I'm sorry, I touched your breast.
You're our first guest, Alison. You have your own podcast, which
Oh,
is...
yeah, Wheel of Misfortune and the Alison Spittle Show.
Yes, amazing. Thank you. Yay. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, no matter.
Shall we-
I can't believe we talked about suicidal ideation, scrub daddies.
The
and,
coil.
like, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a fun chat.
It is.
It's like a casual... Do you feel okay about everything we talked about?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
This
Seriously?
is like at the end of pornography where it's like, I fully consent to
Great,
what we've
great.
done.
And
Could
I'm being
you
deadly
sign-
serious. The two of you are taking me to an Irish museum or something, and
Yeah,
we're going to go through
I
it.
think
So
that's
wanna
for the
know.
best.
Lovely. And we could
It
film
might be
it.
lovely. Apparently, it's really tense.